A warm welcome from my side. My name is Stefan Zweifel and I'm one of the master trainer of Com International. What is this video about? It's a video about the tool household budget in the SCBM. And what's the purpose of this tool? As the name suggests, it's about the household. It's about the life of a family, of a small community, or of an individual person. The goal is to get an overview about the budgeted income and the budgeted expenses, and to see if I can manage it to handle my life's cost. The tool is meant for the period of 1 year and has 4 elements. The first element is about the income situation, the planned income situation. The second is about the planned expenses. The third is about the accounts. Where is my money? And the fourth element, automatically done, is the evaluation. So let's do an example. For that I have a family with 2 children, and additional to their regular income as employees, they have a small business with chicken. That means they are selling eggs and they are selling fishes. And the video is divided in 3 parts. The first part, that's the most common and mostly used case to get the overview of the income and expenses. The second case, how to work with the accounts, how to save the money, how I could run the system for saving money. And the third is how to work with this tool for the budget process, and how could I compare with the actual situation after 1 year, or at the end of the year. We will work with these 3 cases. We can find the tool household budget in the chapter Finances. By clicking on the title, I can open the desired template. I choose the default template and enter the title, like family example. The time period, I choose the whole year. And the details, as mentioned, the situation of the family. We have a husband, a wife, 2 kids, a small family business with chicken and fish, a small piece of land rented to the neighbor. We have a loan from the parents, about $5,000, and the currency is dollars. Let's start the first case, the easiest one, income and expenses. First, the income. The principal income. If there's only one income source, this one line is enough. But in our example, there are 2, so I add a new line. Or 2 new lines, one for the husband and one for the wife. Now for the input fields. We have mandatory fields like the numbers here. With these numbers the system is counting. And we have optional fields like the details and the remarks. So I start with the husband. We see the amount. He gets a salary of $600 a month. That means it has to count by 12. And in the calculation detail, I will mention it $600 a month. And he gets the money from the company X. The same for the wife. She works part-time as a marketing specialist on an hourly basis. She works 600 hours for $5. That means the amount is $5 and 600 hours. So I mentioned 600 hours for $5, and the company where she's working. So that's the principal income. Now for the additional income, the family business. I add a new line. First, they are selling X. And in average, they get $300 every month, so I have to write 12 months. And the calculation details to understand my thoughts, $300 per month. Then selling fish. This gives $50 per month, but only during spring and summertime, during 6 months. $50 for 6 months. I wrote $50 in summer time. 6 months. And I have others. That means the rent. We got $150 per month for the rented land. $150 per month. Let's save it. And as you can see, we have a total income of $15,900. And as you already know the system, I can add a new income. I can add also here, or I can delete them, or I can switch the order of lines. You have all possibilities to adapt it. How do you want to have it? Next step, the expenses. We see a large number of prepared categories. You can hide them, you can show them, and this way most of the expenses categories of a family are already covered. And if not, you can open new categories or subcategories by clicking on the cross next to the main category or at the end of the page. So a new group could be the egg production. I need, for instance, chicken food. A second new group I need for the fish production. Like fish food. Or I need the help of an additional worker on an hourly basis. whatever. As you can see, you can all kind of costs, of expenses add to your system. But I recommend to be as precise as necessary and not as precise as possible. You could quickly lose the overview and the added value would be very small. Now, work through the categories. Best together as a couple or in a team. I can imagine that there are certainly categories where one has the better knowledge than the other. Under evaluation, you can see the balance and if the budget works. Here we see $3,170 in the plus. Very good, the budget is working. And here you have two pie charts about the income and the expenses. Now export to the PDF, print it, click on Create PDF, download it, et voila! You see all the details nice arranged on a few sheets of paper. At first glance, the overview, if the budget is positive or if there will be a loss, a negative budget. And also the pie charts about the income and expenses. Then you will see an overview about the different elements of the income and expenses. And then at the end, a very precise list of every single income source and expenses you will have or you gave in. This will be the mostly used case and the easiest case. The second case, the accounts. Where is my money? This application helps me to save money strategically for my future investment. Where is my money and what for am I saving it? We saw in the evaluation before in the SCBM that we plan to have a certain amount left at the end of the year. Sure, that's a plan for once. Reality will be different. And I will of course plan for a safety reserve, but I want to save money because I have 3 mid-term or long-term goals. First, I want to have my own house for my family, or a flat or apartment which belongs to me. Second, I want to prepare my children's education. It's expensive and so I need money. And third, I want to make vacation with my family. It's expensive, I have to save my money. These are my medium or long-term goals. And I know for sure that if I don't save money with the system, time will pass, the money will be spent, and I didn't reach my goals. I didn't save enough money. The key is to trick yourself and to take the money out of the system. You could do that, for instance, with an envelope, a simple envelope, and at the end of the month you take a certain amount, you put it in and you keep it in your safe, wherever, like this, you can take the money out of the system. Or you can open several bank accounts and to transfer money at the end of the month from the main account to this specific account. And the SCBM helps you to getting the overview of your accounting system, of your saving system. Let's go back to the SCBM. Let's go to the element of the accounts. The same idea with these envelopes works for this application by creating several specific accounts and to keep like this the overview over my savings and my money. By default, 4 accounts are listed where the money could be: the cash, the bank account, the loans to others or debts with negative values. You can rename, delete, or rearrange or create new accounts. For my savings, I listed different accounts than we have seen before. The first envelope will be my own house. The second will be my children's education. And the third, as we saw before in the video, vacation. And now you can give in what is the amount at the beginning of the period from the last year. Oh, I saved already a lot, so there will be $6,000 at the beginning of the year. And at the end, my goal is to save about $2,000. So there will be $8,000 at the end. I plan to have $8,000 at the end of the year. And here I could note some details. Like, for instance, I would like to save about $180 a month. My children's education, they are still young, so they're about 1,000. At the end I would like to have 2,200. That means about $100 a month. I will put in my envelope. And the vacation. But I also have here the column for the cash. I had about 3,500 at the beginning of the year, and I want to have the same amount, just to be sure. So let's save it, and by clicking on evaluation you will see the balance of my savings. So I need to take out about $4,950 in total of my system to reach my goals. The third case is for advanced users. It's possible to compare the planned situation with the actual, the real situation, and to get very precious insights. Let's go back to the SCBM. For this last application, I go to the administrator mode and I'm activating the checkbox compare with effective numbers. With saving or leaving the administrator mode, 2 additional columns are shown: effective value per year and the deviation. Now I insert the effective numbers. Under evaluation, I now see the 2 columns, one with budget and one with effective numbers and the deviation. So I learn a lot about my budget know-how. Where did I budget well, where less? This is the tool, Household Budget. I wish you a lot of insights and just keep doing it and try it out.